Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss how to plan, implement and report on A/B testing to improve acquisition and conversion. So first of all, what is A/B testing? A/B testing is also known as split testing. Is a marketing experiment wherein you split your audience to best a number of variations of a campaign and determine which performs better. So, how exactly A/B testing works? So, to conduct an A/B test, you must create two separate versions of the same piece of content, each with a single variable change. Then you will display both versions to two audiences of equal size and see which one did better over a set length of time. So you so one question arises in your mind. So how exactly perform the A/B test, right? So A/B testing provides a very uniform or organized of way of figure out what works and what does not in any given campaign or strategy. Most of the time we focus on increasing the traffic rather than the conversion, right? Then, so this is the complete process of A/B testing. How exactly A/B testing works. So we move towards first point. What is the first point? Conversion goals and data collection. So before implement an A/B test, we uh, we know we have to research on how the website is performing at present. Then collect all the data on the things related to users visiting on that site. So which page given take more traffic and how visitors are interacting on different pages, etc. So it is very important to figure out the reason you want to do the A/B test first in the first of all. Okay, then there are the few examples like Google Analytics, heat maps. So how exactly heat map also works? Heat map tools are heat map tools is a key technology used to determine whether the most time is spent by the user, their scroll and their scrolling behavior, etc. So it helps you to understand the areas on the website which are more responsive. Okay, so this is very useful to research in the for conversion of goals and data collection. Then we move to the second point. Prepare the hypothesis. The conversion rate may be the most important matrix to track in A/B test, but not always. So it is very important to know what you want to improve with the help of A/B test on your website, even if it's some other matrices. So we take one example. If you realize that after viewing your various heat maps and visitors are not clicking the call to action buttons, means on the CTA button. So you figure out that maybe if you change the color or the font of that call to action button, so it will attract more attention, which will make a visitors to click on that button, right? Then design variation. You can in the design variation, you can test multiple variations against the existing version to see which one is the best for your website. Then run the test. Before we run the test, we need to first understand which test and when to use which method. So there are three methods like multi-variation test, then multi-page testing, then split URL testing. So many times people get confused between split URL testing and A/B testing, but there are two different tests. So split URL testing is the method of testing various versions of the web page hosted on the different URLs. So after understanding the different kind of testing and what kind of test will be the best for your web page, you should be ready for the run the test, right? Then after all these things, we need to analyze the data. So how to analyze the data? Once the test is complete and analyze the results are very important. So it will show you the difference in performance between the different version of the website. If the variation is the winner, and implement the winning variation. If there is no change, then get insight from it and implement them on the next test, right? So how exactly analyze the data? So once the test is complete and analyze the results, the testing software will gather all that analyzed data from the test based on your matrices, such as to increase the percentage of the visitors and level of your confidence and impact on that different matters. Then always be testing. So last point. So most of the time we stop after 1 day and either we forgot to keep the testing or it may happen we choose not to test anymore. But whether it was a success or it may be failure, testing should always be continuously conducted. Okay. Then so we go from the process, how exactly A/B testing is done. But these are some elements we need to test into the A/B test. So what we have to do here? So we move towards first point. So this is the headline. The first things that is visible to the visitor on your website, web page or application is the headline. It's it's a visitor first impression of your site, and based on it we can assume whether the visitors will continue into your site or not. Keep it short and make sure it is very meaningful and pointed, and do not beat around the bush. Then body. The body should clearly state the purpose of the website and what the visitor is getting. Then design the layout. This is also very important factor. Design the layout. They should provide very clear information about the visitor. So make sure you write a simple contents rather than more confusing, and don't use the complicate the language. So it's very easy to understand the visitor also. Then CTA. The CTA advertisements call to action. It gives to visitor an idea of what you want to them to do. This is where all the action takes place and determine whether the visitor will go down the conversion or not. Then navigation. So navigation is basically what we move from one page of the website to the another. So navigation through the website is also an element that needs to be optimized fully by the A/B testing. We start from the home page as it links all the other pages. The structure of the navigation should be such that visitor can easily find what they are searching for. Then forms. Forms are the best way for prospective customers to get in touch with you. Social proof. It is very important. Social proof acts as a recommendation or reviews from the experts. This can increase your conversion rate, but only if it catches the attention of the visitors. Right? And after all this, we have to what we have to do here. We have to analyze the result of the A/B test. So how to do this? After running the A/B test, it will turn out to be either a success or it may be failure. If the test results are interpreted and implemented in the wrong manner, it's going to impact the existing conversion rate. It is very important to understand or figure out why the test was successful and if it was failure. So we don't need to ignore the failed test and forget to figure out why means what's the reason to test the fail. This test acts as the part two test that will be the successful as they contain a lot of data and that will give you a head start for the next test. So this is all about how to plan, implement and report the A/B testing to improve the acquisition and conversion rate. So thank you all. Thank you